My name is Katie, and my parents are finally looking to retire. They are in their 70s and have worked hard on their 2-acre commercial property for over 30 years. The property is a lot of work to maintain, with a 1920s structure, apartment, aging double wide, and fussy septic system. The property has recently been paved off, free and clear, and they have finally been able to buy their dream home off-site. They aren't sure how to best leverage their existing business and commercial property, worth well over $1 million, to provide themselves with income to live on for the rest of their lives. Overall, they are trying to set themselves up with some steady income to support their retirement goals, and we, their grown children, are available and more than willing to help them manage their assets. What would you recommend? Thank you for your advice and any suggestions you might.
Thank you, Katie, for the great question. Very thoughtful question, so thank you, Katie, for that. So let me just step back a minute and give you a 30,000-foot level view here. Again, real estate is, in my estimation, the ultimate way to preserve wealth. Okay, it is the ultimate way to create wealth and create passive income, but it's also the ultimate way for a family to preserve wealth. And then you get into like having Picasso paintings as another way, right? That in lieu of buying like ridiculous artwork in gold and silver and Bitcoin, real estate is a hedge against inflation. It perhaps in many ways is the ultimate store of value. So the fact that they have $1 million property that is paid off, how can you use that? Well, first of all, I would not sell the property. This is my personal thought on this. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice on this. But if this were my property, something Michael Saylor, who's a billionaire, said to me recently, he said, why would you ever sell a store of value asset in order to fund your life? And what he meant by that was, why would you take $1 million property and sell it in order to buy a house or Lamborghini or whatever you're going to do with it, go on vacations? No. Why would you ever sell something that has absolute value and is way better than the US dollar in terms of protecting your family's wealth? And so what he and many billionaires and many millionaires do is use that asset and take a loan out against that asset in order to buy other performing assets. And then you're also not paying taxes on that asset. There was a recent, I think, was it Wall Street Journal piece a few weeks ago that highlighted how billionaires and millionaires, use the tax code. And there's nothing illegal in what they're doing. The tax code is written to benefit real estate investors. It's written to benefit business owners. And so they own this $1 million commercial piece of property. If this were mine, what I would consider doing, and I don't exactly know the utility of the property right now. Is anyone using it? Is anyone renting it? One thing is to consider allowing other businesses to lease it. That's one thing. I don't exactly know what they're using it for. If it's commercial property, leasing the land to someone to build, a double wide community or something. I'm not really sure, or other businesses, that might be an option. But in lieu of that, getting a loan on this particular property against the value of the property and using the ridiculously low interest rates that we have right now to invest in cash flowing new construction real estate. So again, using this 2-acre commercial property, getting a loan on it, using that loan to then invest and buy new construction rental properties that are, and again, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but like what we do at Morris Invest is fully done for you. New construction rental properties with tenants in place with a great property management team in the best rental markets in the country. So whether you work with us or not, I don't care. But what I would consider doing is taking that cash that you're now getting in that low, really low interest loan and using that as down payments on rental properties and acquiring rental properties using financing. So they'll have multiple rental properties that will bring in monthly cash flow. And all they're doing is using the cash that they got as a loan on that commercial property that they're able to leverage. That's what I would do. So you're not selling the property. A bank is giving you a loan on this asset that is just sitting there. Now you're taking that money and using that as down payments across multiple rental properties. I mean, for $1 million, geez, that's a lot of really great. You could They could be bringing in tens of thousands of dollars a month in cash flow from leveraging that property to buy new construction rental real estate. So that's exactly what I would do. I can't think of another way that I would use that. But that's exactly what I would do. So if they're interested, they can book a call with our team at morrisinvest.com. We can walk them through that process once they go that route. And again, if they want to do it on their own, I just would, my personal opinion is that I would not be selling that property. That is a free and clear asset. It is an absolute hedge against inflation that we are about to see from the federal government as the Fed raises interest rates, and inflation is going to run hot over the next year. I would lock in these interest rates now as soon as you can and get a loan on that property, and run with it and start buying cash flowing assets. That's how you secure your retirement, having streams of cash instead of a pile of cash. And as I always say, you can't eat equity. So they're sitting there on this commercial property that has all this equity, and they're not doing anything with it. Leverage, leverage, leverage. So thank you for that great question, and my best to you and the family, and I hope they're able to do some amazing things with that property. If you have a question that you'd like answered here on the show, just go to our website. Just go to morrisinvest.com, and morrisinvest.com is the website to go to, and click on the leave a voicemail button. And you can leave us a 30-second question here, and I will answer it on the show. Now, go out there, take action, everyone, and become a real estate investor. I believe it's the #1 way to build wealth, and as I mentioned, to preserve wealth. We'll see you next time.